how we can guarantee LA's deal for 2021, and again, these Portland rumors resurface. Coincidence? Hell no.
And then I can't hear anything when you talk.
That's my thing with like this whole tweet is like if you know or like he knows he signed into next year, like unless he knows he's gonna get traded or like there's something in the works, like why would you tweet that? It's just and again, I'm sure like his teammates, all the Spurs players aren't looking at this thing, just angrily, just kind of like, what the heck is this guy doing? Is he leaving? Like, I'm sure they don't think it's a big deal. But again, like, it's like she said, like you're signed on to next year. Mm-hmm. You're going to be a Spur at least for the time being. Like, it just seemed unnecessary because he knew that this was going to, get people to start talking about it. But again, there's no reason for that.
Well, not to mention he wasn't tagged in the post. Like his name was just typed there, so like he searched that out and commented on it. And I was like, "Come on, man, you got to be better than that."
But here's my thing. Okay, here's my thing. All right, so when it comes to DeMar DeRozan, okay, I don't get too angry when it comes to DeMar DeRozan if he even mentions Raptors. Like he's still talking about the Raptors. He's on live streams with mainly Raptors players. I mean, I know he did one with Rudy Gay, but for the most part, he's been with Raptors players. I think that in his heart, he's a Raptor. He wants to go back to the Raptors, but he didn't choose to be here.
No.
It just kind of happened that way, and it is what it is. Now, my thing with LaMarcus Aldridge, because I would take like a slightly different approach to this, like than you guys are, because I'll be honest, it irritates me. It's not that I hate LaMarcus, or I'm gonna go as far as like you said, Maddie. Somebody said that maybe Harrison said that somebody said that he was trash. He's not trash. I mean, he's a really good player. I mean, he's an all-American player. Like he can play. But my thing with LaMarcus Aldridge is I keep giving him like passes with certain stuff, like because he's the only guy that we had, because he's the pillar of everything that we've done. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you keep doing this type of stuff where you're mentioning the Blazers, and like Ruru said in the chat, you're with us. Like you're signed on a contract with the Spurs, and you chose to be here. And we get, he got the contract. I know he wanted out at one point, but he talked to Popovich. Popovich said, hey, come on right back in. But when he does things like this, it makes me feel like, even if we're not good enough to win a championship, it makes me feel like his heart isn't completely invested in trying to win a ring here. And it just bothers me because it makes me think back even last season against the Nuggets in Game 7, and he just awful that whole game. And he's been with us this long, and he was awful the whole game. I'm like, okay, fine. You had a bad game. It happens, Game 7. It's not like Tim Duncan never missed, a not free throw, but a layup in a big game. So sure, I get it. But then at the same time, after the game, his whole like demeanor was like he didn't really care. Like it is what it is. Yeah, I didn't hear him. I should have called a timeout. I didn't. It's a lot of stuff with LaMarcus Aldridge with me personally that like it built up and it just bothers me. So like I understand where some people like get upset about it. Not as far as saying that, oh, he's trash, because he's not trash. And I understand that we need him, especially this season. I mean, we needed him to play well. But at the same time, certain stuff like this, in my mind, I'm like, yo, if we're losing with you, we can lose without you. And this stuff that's going on with him and like you said, Harrison, he wasn't even tagged in the tweet, man. Like, what do you do? Like, why would you even respond to it if you're not even tagged in it? I don't know. It bothers the heck out of me, man. It bothers the heck out of me.
Yeah, to your point, like I think what irritates me is he always walks that line. Like I mean, I don't care if he wants to go back to Portland. In your life, you got to do what you want to do. But we don't know if he's committed to us or to Portland is the problem, because he always, like I said, he always walks that line. Like I mean, granted, I feel for the man sometimes because when he signed up to be with us, this team now is not at all what he signed up for. He signed up for, I'm going to come in and be the guy. Kawhi is going to be my beta dog. We're going to have Duncan. We're going to win a title, and then we're going to have guys for the foreseeable future and all that. Well, then they lost. Duncan retired. You had Parker leave, Ginobili retire, and then the whole Kawhi situation. And there's pretty much everything he signed up for. I get that, but like you said, he talked to Pop. He signed an extension. He said, "Okay, this is the team. These are the cards we've been dealt. I'm going to stick it out." But then a couple weeks after signing the extension, when he gives that interview talking about, "Yeah, I'd love to go back to Portland," I'm like, dude, come on, timing, man. I mean, and it would have been. It's like we said. It's just I don't. And I'll give him an out and say, okay, maybe it's just poor wording. But like I said, he just thrown in like a couple words like, yeah, I'd go back to Portland for my last season or something like that. That would have made a world of difference, I think. But he didn't specify. He just threw that out there and let people do with it what they wanted to.
Is this like a desperate move, do you think, from Portland?
I wouldn't say desperate. I mean, Portland is I wouldn't say fringe playoff team, but they started winning some more games towards the end of the year. I think they would definitely take LaMarcus back if given the opportunity. But as it stands right now, I don't think Portland needs to be desperate.